Alright, getting through the backlog of the daily replay review videos today. So, we're gonna be looking at Q Clockwerk. No idea who this guy is, no idea who these teams are. Let's fucking go.
Radiant Dire team's turn to pick.
Alright. So Q,
Why, thank you.
our boy Q is what's his rank? 17, MG.Trust.Q Clockwerk. So, it's tangos. He's playing,
Let's get moving.
they're playing aggro off lane here, and they're leaving their void top. Alright. So, he's got a Legion Commander, and he's a Clockwerk versus Grimstroke Troll. He could feasibly double up the wave here if he really wanted to. Oh wait, no, yeah, that's still the first wave. So he's just boxing out Grimstroke as soon as he caught him out. Legion Troll, I would double up this wave. Let's see, it looks like he wants to pull through. Because he's on Dire's side. So he does he really want to like single pull through? I mean, they stomped this game, so.
Tell me someone saw that.
Oh, does he do this to make Grimstroke think he wants to make the Grimstroke think he's body blocking. But then what's the value of that ward? Like, he might be able to bait a courier usage, perhaps? Ah! Fucking bad player. Rank 17 garbage. MMR is just a number. Gives the creep wave to Legion. So how does he choose to trade with this? Or he's just in range soaking any creeps that get denied? He's gonna wrap on this guy and just punch him? What would his job right now be? He's looking to contest pulls. Do Clock Legion have kill threat level 2? Kind of. So I guess that's why he wants to reset in front of tower as opposed to like let it get doubled up and make it impossible to contest them.
First blood. Thanks and have fun.
Very much just securing his lane. Doesn't contest the pull, unfortunately.
Were you watching?
So still pretty passive lane. Alright, he's level 2. So let's see if he decides to opt for some trading. Rotates mid as soon as he hits level 2. That's pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't rotate mid unless it was like leading up to bouncy timings. And they win this game quite hard. Is he just applying pressure here? So he's rushing Tranquils as well. So Void Spirit just got his bottle. That's an interesting I guess this guy's baiting. Oh, he's baiting. What? What the fuck happened to this guy? So he sets up preemptively before the bounty runes even spawn. So ideally, if the move had worked out, they would have killed him, and then he would still secured bounty rune and done something with it, or just gone back to base. But his Legion died in this time, so let's go back And let's look at why Legion Commander died. And what prep that this guy could have done for Legion. Right? So Clockwerk's mid, faffing around. Clockwerk could have, before he left, bought a Sentry Ward. Hasn't really ferried out any items yet, but if he'd actually ferried out items and blocked the camp for his Legion, they wouldn't have been able to pull the single camp. Oh, that guy gets a first hit net. Oh. As I was saying, like, Grimstroke there wouldn't have been able to pull frames if Clockwerk had just immediately ferried out a Sentry Ward. I'm gonna start being more critical of high level games, because that's another route that I can use to improve. Like this pull wouldn't happen if Clock had just got a sentry immediately from base, right? Place this before he left, block the Sentry Ward camp, like I've been discussing with Coach Boy, and then this pull can't be made. Then Legion doesn't get baited into being pincered over there.
Denied.
And suddenly Legion Commander doesn't randomly die with no TP. And
invisibility.
Yeah. Because this guy's rushing his fucking... Oh, whoop-de-fucking do. I'm a Clockwerk with Windblaze. Fucking brilliant. Now this guy gets pincered. He is a bit slow to react. Oh, okay, he wouldn't even run away then. Oh, well, I guess everyone makes mistakes. But yeah, this guy could have got a sentry. Or even Legion could have gone a sentry, but they needed to communicate who was going to maintain blocking that camp. So Clockwerk opts to go top lane here. What are the next... How is he going to facilitate objectives? Prior to the 10-minute mark, it's predominantly based on kills. And where you can just ramp up the easiest amount of advantage. Then, like, leading up to and after the 10-minute mark is more about objectives. Or as the laning stage breaks down. But in the laning stage, it's about how many fucking kills can you get, basically. Or how much farm can you secure and or deny. If he feels like he can't do much bot lane, he wants to shut down the Veno Shaker lane. I feel like this is quite a hard lane to go into, though. Like, yeah, you have a lot of kill threat, but, like, Shaker also has a way of body blocking 3 heroes, or like 2 heroes from chasing at least. 1 hero from chasing, because I guess Snap can hop and Void can time walk. I think if I were Clock in this game, I wouldn't come top just yet, and I would probably TP bot and try and secure bounty runes if Legion has no TP. We'll see if this works out though. So he comes top, he's coming to help secure. He does beat out Shaker though as a hero. So unfortunately,
so much more.
they only get 1 bounty rune because of this Clockwerk's. Wait, why is this guy here? What? What? How does that guy go? What? Why? You're safe, bro. What are you doing?
But I'm worth so much more.
Hello, Shaker? Do you not see him?
But I'm worth so
Oh
much more.
man, this feels bad. But there's also nothing to be gained by playing aggressively here. You could just fissure block the next wave, or fissure contest if they pull. Like, and he doesn't even need to fissure contest the pull because Veno has plague wards that can contest the pull. Like, what rank is this guy? Retarded. Top tier flame, by the way. Time to flame people that are like double my MMR. Clock is still playing top. I guess he doesn't just go to top. So he's got his tranks. He has a ward. So if I had this Clockwerk with a ward in 6 minutes, probably would place it in there. Alright, let's think about this. Where is their Void Spirit going to be playing? Void Spirit's likely going to be making moves through top. But we already have ward vision top. So I would probably place a ward either on podium, top lane, or through their offlane triangle. Let's see where it goes. Anything that will scout out Void Spirit moving into the top lane, applying pressure in preparation for 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, it looks like he wants to go podium. Yep. Suicide chooses to decide whether to wrap or not. Oh, what a hero. What the fuck? Oh, it's just 1v1. Looks like a lot of damage. Alright. What a hero. His Legion looks to be doing fine now. He's level 2 in 7 minutes, which is fair enough. Bot level 2. Bot. Pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
So where does he stop? Because I always fuck up this pull. And what time did he pull it?
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
48. Like, as soon as it's 48, it gets aggroed. So aggro at 48. So he stands in the spot of the tree. And he gets 3 creeps. So if he'd got that like 47.5, he would take the whole creep wave. And you can aggro it from where the tree that you cut is. Okay. Because I always fuck up that pull. Which is probably why I can't hit a Mortal as like a support right now. Just because I can never nail that pull at all. And I still win games quite a bit, to be fair. Without that pull, so. If I would learn it, I would probably be a Mortal quite easily, which is pretty funny. He's got a stick. What would I build if I was Clockwerk this game? Probably a Force Staff or something. There's a lot of shit I want to disengage from. Maybe a Blade Mail.
Killing spree.
Not what you expected?
So, if I was Clock here, I would start shifting through bot lane, since we're approaching 10-minute timings, and I want to be playing with my Legion. But he seems to still be willing to go top lane.
Middle tower could use
Like,
some
I would
help.
feel like
Those
playing into the
cracks
Venno
in
lane is
Dire's
kind of
top
like
tower?
beating your head against a brick wall almost.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so he didn't contribute anything there. If they get a kill here, maybe it's worth being here.
Double kill.
I think Void and Invoker could probably kill that guy anyway. Like, Faceless Void is just chilling hitting creeps. I still don't think Clockwerk needs to be here.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take
Now,
this abuse.
Snap's heading bot. So does he head bot with Part? Now his Faceless
Beating on
Void's heading
Dire's
bot.
top tower. Dire's top tower is falling. Not much good's happening to Radiant's
Now the question
bottom
is the
tower.
cart still alive bot? No. I feel like it would have been really good to come bot with the cart. So what was this Clockwerk just pinging? They're Clockwerk's pinging it, they're all playing through top lane.
Radiant's structures
Right.
are
So
fortified.
he's vacating the fuck out of that area.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Someone better help Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Oh, so dead.
Your stain spreads no more.
I don't like this Clockwerk performance that much. I don't feel like he's doing much. I feel like he could have secured his Legion in the lane. I feel like this wave could have still had a cart pressuring tower and maybe got like, I don't know, 100 damage on tier 2 or something. Beats me. Feel like he didn't have to die here. Just really not vibing off this Clockwerk performance. It's fine, he's a much better player, so let's see the decisions that I do like.
At your best.
We've got 2 hours smoke mid. How do they take the mid fight? Does he want to establish control of the high ground? Right? So a hook shot in 2 seconds, he's pretty safe.
A dominating performance.
What the fuck? Is that just an invis fucking Void Spirit chilling?
You met your end.
And they'll happily trade that shit.
Boom! There it goes.
Mega kill.
I think this is how important it is that I try and protect my mid tower, actually. Like, these guys took a favorable fight because their mid tower was up. I need to... Maybe that's why I'm losing my games. I'm losing my mid tower too early. I need to put more emphasis on protecting that mid lane. Even if I can delay them taking mid tower by like 3 or 4 minutes, that could be time for us to reset. Like, it's so hard to siege the mid lane. The enemy team brings 4 heroes. You really want to just collapse on the mid lane and have control, but it's really hard. They immediately contact the enemy. Okay, net worth lead. Clock has pretty standard items going earn. Nothing crazy. I don't think he's gonna finish the vessel. I wouldn't expect him to at least. Okay, how are they setting up their vision? How's Radiant setting up their vision? So Dire's setting up their vision with ward there and ward on podium, and they're not giving up control of this area. Meanwhile, they've got sentry podium, sentry grounds by their ward. They are 100% looking to take this area. So they know that there are no podium wards up here. And they've got 1 podium ward up stat that watches, and they have control of both entrances leading from the mid lane into the high ground. Right? They thanks to these 2 wards, in terms of what you call it? In terms of how aligned they are, going from parallel to river perspective, or like from ground perspective, if you're in the river, it's like they're not in line, which is great. So like, how do I randomly kick it? So you've got this line where there's only the 1 ward but 3 sentries. You've got this line where there are 2 wards, 1 in the mid lane and 1 back here, and both of these are securing objectives. This one's going to be used for mid lane. This one's also going to be used for a mid lane fight since they want to posture on the high ground. Look, there are 4 heroes here posturing on the high ground, playing around their wards. They don't necessarily have to be on the staircase, but they've got a fuck ton of vision on the staircase and they're ready to rumble. Also, they're helped by the fact that this mid lane tower isn't taken. If this mid lane tower wasn't taken, they'd have to worry about getting wrapped. I don't know, getting wrapped like this from river or something. This is how important protecting the mid lane is. I need to like keep in mind. That's probably why I lost that game with Zeus the other day, because he was rotating a lot and I wasn't protecting the mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
These guys are smoked. I'd still fucking be sitting here though as Clockwerk.
Going to last long. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
flare. In your face.
Clockwerk Snapfire. Nice luck.
Killing spree.
And this all stems from the fact that they've got control of this
Tower is
area.
under attack.
And that's
They're
how.
beating on
So,
Dire's top tower.
the two most important things I'm learning here is protect your fucking mid tower, because it gives you a stable platform to invade this area, right? If a fight starts, you can have TPs from here, or from outposts. If this tower is gone, you basically only got your outpost in this tier 2 to get to. Whereas they can TP here, they can TP here, and it's just like, in order to secure this area, having this tower is immensely helpful. Because this also means that the wave is always pushed out as well. So suddenly you don't have the threat of this area getting opened up and this area getting taken over in that same span of time. Yes, this will, but like, instead it's more like here that's getting taken over. I don't know how to describe this. It's just cool map movements.
Someone better help Dire's
And
middle
it's-
tower.
From the fact that this mid tower is protected, and it's like, I think my #1 job as a pulse war in the early game is just protect the fucking mid tower as best I can. This guy rushed to Axe.
Killing
Cool.
spree.
Flares here.
No help for it.
And all these fights stemmed off the fact that mid is up and this area was heavily
Dire's middle
warded
tower
and
isn't going
secured.
to last long.
I only need 2 wards and 2 sentries, and I can secure the entirety of the high ground.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
It's podium ward and sorry, no, it's 1 low ground ward, 1 podium ward, 2 sentries that cover the high grounds. Likewise, if I was playing into the Radiant safe lane, it would be how do I do this? Because we're talking about sieging mid lane. So it'd be podium ward, sentry ward giving vision, and then some low ground ward up here giving watching entrances to staircase. So it'd probably be like, so if you've got this entire area covered with the podium ward, what other entrances would you want to see? Probably be a ward here as well or something. I would put.
You lose space and life.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire Snow fortified their structures.
So okay, so now that
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
they end up losing their mid tower with this mid though, so I'm curious to see how they recover. What is their okay? This is your worst nightmare as a support hero. You've set up all the vision, you've done all this really great foundational stuff, but you still haven't taken the objective you tried to, and now you've just been
Not much
dewarded.
good's happening
So
to
what is their
Radiant's
next
bottom
play?
tower.
I imagine their next play right now, since they're low on wards, yep, they really don't have that many left. It's probably on Snap. They've got 2 wards on Snap and 2 sentries on Snap. Their next play is to probably shove this top lane in as hard as possible, or just have it naturally shoving in. I imagine Clockwerk's going to rocket flare the next wave top pretty soon. And then, as soon as they see heroes showing in that top wave, they make a smoke move. Or that's what I would do. So it's 19 minutes in. There's bounty runes coming up as well. They may choose to play passive for that. They know Veno's playing mid, so I'm just curious to see what move they do to reset control of the game. They've got Chronosphere coming up soon. They've got Snap ulti. I'm really, really curious to see what they do. They're protecting the outpost. Cool. Not making any unnecessary aggressive movements. Shaker's showing top lane, but they're securing their objectives. No rush. There isn't any rush to this move.
Tower is under attack.
Boom, there it goes.
Nice
Telling
Clockwerk
me,
thing.
I
Oh
guess.
my lord.
This is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
Radiant's
I'm sorry.
tower is under attack.
These guys just tried to take fucking Roche into Clockwerk Vision, Invoker, and Snap. What fucking morons do that? Like, these guys are doing alright. They have map control as well. They have to wait for one pickoff on any hero that initiates for their opposition team. So like a snap kill or like a void kill, one fucking kill they needed. Maybe two. And that was a free roach. Instead they just threw their objective. Their lead. 1k gold swing back in favor of the Dire. And these guys were behind. If you look at the net graph, yeah, MG.Trust is still behind right now. Puff's going back in it. Max rock there, yeah, fair enough.
Incoming.
So right now, the next objective they want to pressure is Roche. So they're shifting through top lane. Likewise, Snap's wards reflect this. Wards that would have been preferred to be bot lane are now shifting for top lane because they want Roche.
Rock it on.
They're unstoppable. Killing spree.
Here's here.
Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Incoming. Do it with flair. Rock it on.
Outstanding performance.
When did they take the mid tower? How did they take the mid tower?
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Guess Radiant fortified their structure.
It was after that initial fight.
Radiant's middle tower. Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Coming. Do it with flair.
I see the Void Spirit mid.
Something better help Dire's middle
That
tower.
was unreal. Dominating performance.
Facts in the fire. Too late for you.
Another shift through Roche. Really clean move.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help. Radiant's top tower is Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
So why do they lose this time? Let's go back on one.
As was owed.
They have no ultis. Yes, they have Aegis, but they are quite weak right now. Their Snapfire dies in quite a bit of control. Legion goes in. Echo Shape. So this is like a top 100 stack, top 50 stack, getting caught out by thinking they can fight without their ultis and getting punished for it. Whereas they could have just taken top tier 1 and taken control of this entire area of the map.
Like Dire fortified their structures.
What?
Dire's
Why is that the
bottom
type of
tower
word
is
you go
under
for instead of
attack.
just straight podium? What? So they throw Aegis.
Always did get short shrift.
So this entire fight stems from the Dire team not recognizing that their next objective is top. And they have Aegis. So they can basically swing through. They still have control of like half the map. And they were set up, their vision's top, like, and they can use another smoke move to swing through bot when they have ultis. This is just greed, really. So Clockwerk in this situation should just ignore his team and go shove out
Dire's
top lane.
bottom tower needs some help.
Like, this
Dire's
tower is
structures are
alive.
fortified.
This would be a dead tower and pressure being applied to tier 2. With Cart as well. How long does this game fucking last? It's pretty much in there. That's like the one throw they do, and they just out team fight them, I guess. I don't think there's too much more to. I don't feel good about the clock's impact this game. I feel like this entire part of the map could have been opened up like 5 to 10 minutes earlier. Like, I love their warding and their map movement though. I just feel it was too slow. I feel like as soon as that 10-minute wave comes out, I want to be beelining it to ball. Like, this car would have been live. This tower would have taken more damage. And then maybe that forces someone to TP because there's a cart and they're scared. Like, any... yeah, okay. Well, that's episode 14 at least. I don't think it's been super constructive. I haven't agreed with too many of his moves, but obviously he's a much better player than I am. So, need to... I did definitely learn some stuff though, and obviously as I improve, I'll start to see why they do the things they do as well. Cool.